Good morning. Welcome back. What a great morning this has been. Carrie Katz is a life coach, and she joins me now. And I have to ask you, given what we've been talking, do you play a musical instrument?
Yes, I'm a singer and songwriter.
Are you really?
First, yeah.
Excellent. But do you actually play? Do you play something? Or
I do. I play guitar.
Good for you. How long? Since you're little?
Since I'm 17.
Okay. That's all good. You're a life coach.
Yes.
What's a life coach?
Okay. A life coach is like a coach that would take you to the Olympics of your life.
Okay.
So it's someone that is on your side, for you, cheering you on, really helping you to create the life that you want.
Well, to continue your metaphor, though, are you more part of the training or the event?
We are behind the scenes.
Okay.
So we're co-creating with our clients to give them clarity, to help them through transitions, to really get them to where they want to go in terms of, and it's all driven by the client.
It sounds like a definition of a friend, or am I wrong?
You're a little bit wrong because in friends have bias and
Okay.
they give opinions and they give advice.
Okay.
And coaching is actually about a conversation that you'll have to reveal the inner genius that everyone has inside them.
Okay.
Everyone is an expert on their life.
But can we expect a life coach to be brutally frank as well? Is that part of the mandate?
They ask permission.
Okay.
I ask permission.
All right.
I said, can I tell you what I think about this, or have you thought about that? And so we ask permission to be to go there. We're pretty sensitive about not stepping on our agendas, but really sticking within what they need to hear.
How would I know if I need a life coach?
You might say to yourself, you know what? Everything is good except, or I can't do this anymore. Something is done in your life, or this isn't working, or I really want this and I'm not sure how to get there. You might be stuck. You might be in transitioning to a new job. You might be really unclear about what the next step is.
I think a lot of people's ears just pricked up when you said, I can't do this anymore, but I think they might have been looking at it in terms of where their life has been professionally. Does your expertise extend to that as well in terms of someone changing their career or wanting to?
Yeah, actually, I call myself a creativity coach. I primarily work with creative professionals or people with creative souls. I call that people who are, who creativity or some music or any kind of love of the creative process, whether they're consuming it or doing it in their life. And it's always about transitions, usually. So career and life, someone will come for their career and it's always about their life, and someone will come about their life and it's always about their career.
It's just given.
Right. So life coaching is actually all of the life. So it includes all of the career choices that you may need to make, except that it's so permeable that you can talk about all the aspects.
We're speaking with life coach Carrie Katz, and if you have any questions for her, you said someone has to ask themselves some questions. That's when they know they need a life coach. How young? What's the youngest person you've ever dealt with in terms of a life coach?
I would say university.
Okay.
Yeah. So you're already kind of in the career path, not quite sure where you're going. So it would be post-university and university students onwards.
Mm-hmm. And how can I put this? What's the longest anyone has ever waited before asking for your help? In terms of, I mean, what's the oldest? So how old can someone be when they seek your advice?
I would say I worked with someone in their 70s.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Where they were transitioning into retirement.
Is that? Yeah. I'm guessing that.
And that was hard for them.
I'm also guessing you're
Very
getting a lot of requests for that because that's where everything is headed now, right? Because we are getting older. We're all of us getting older.
Yes.
And a lot of the questions, I think.
Well, the biggest point between a friend and, let's say, who is a good listening board is that I'm objective. I don't have any agenda or any. I'm not trying to make you happy with what I'm going to say or how we're going to talk in terms of like what you might want to hear. The objective voice and the accountability to someone else really makes it more serious, like the shift happens.
How do you know if it worked? Can you quantify your success?
I do quantify my success.
Okay.
I love that part.
Okay. All right.
I've seen amazing transitions. I had someone who is a professional storyteller who, even though he was at a very high level of success, was like, I never wrote a book. How come everyone else has written a book? He's now on writing his second book.
Okay.
That's quantifiable.
Can you tell me what you said?
It was all the things that led up to the fact that there was nothing really stopping him from doing that except for himself.
Yeah.
And sometimes that discovery through the conversations that happen through time, through a minimum of 3-month period, all the blocks go away.
Yeah.
Yeah, through the conversation.
Is it common that someone will feel they're facing an obstacle, seek you out, and you speak to them and you discover that what they think the obstacle is, or whatever it is that's holding them back, isn't the obstacle that they thought at all? It's a bunch of other stuff that they never even thought about. Have you ever sort of like...
Always.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes people have a lot of insight and they're really ready to be coached. And sometimes people have, they have to have a self-discovery moment, an aha moment, where you begin to kind of follow the breadcrumbs to what is really at the core. And I start with core values, the discovery of core values.
You stressed you don't play the role of a friend, but what's the difference between you and a therapist, let's say?
Well, I have to say that coaching can be therapeutic, but a therapist is about digging into the past and giving advice and diagnosing the person as a patient. And a coach, you're not my patient. You're my client.
Yeah.
It's called co-creating. So we are working together to be the best you. Okay.
And if you need to be a better you, what better time than now? Ask Carrie Katz, life coach. If you have any questions, 514-790-0991. Good morning. Welcome back. James Menney, the Montreal Gazette, sitting in for Tommy, the Tommy Schnurmacher Show. We are here with Carrie Katz, life coach. Carrie Katz Coaching. co-creative-coaching-corner.com.
That's right.
That's right.
Co-creative-coaching-corner.com.
Okay, but you got to get those dashes in there because it's gonna kick you back. We've got some questions for you actually at 514-800. You can also call if you have a question for Carrie. You can call 514-790-0991 Star Talk or 1-800-491-CJAD. And I got some text here at 514-800. I've been told I wear my emotions on my sleeve. Any tips on how to control myself in the office place? Calm down.
No, that would not be what I would say.
No, okay. All right. That's why you're the life coach.
Yeah. I would talk about how important it is for you to think about what other people think about you. It would be around that conversation.
Okay. And
the opinions of others, how that's impacting you in your life. And also about perhaps what the emotions are about. Yeah. Exploring those emotions. What are those emotions? So,
because I'd imagine there's any number of reasons why they could be trotted out.
Right, but it's not about the emotions. It's about reacting to what other people are saying.
Absolutely, yeah, sure.
So that would be my... I hope that's...
I have another one here, and I'm not entirely sure it falls within your jurisdiction, if you will. My management refuses to acknowledge our staff's complaints of being overwhelmed and mention only that we are all inefficient. How do we help them understand?
Okay, well,
Up your alley?
Yes, actually, I have worked with groups, and that is actually about group dynamics. It's about leadership from the top, the pressure of the top in terms of they think they're motivating their team, and they're actually creating discord. And so probably if they bring in a coach for the top management down to really explore where that's coming from, that they're not getting the best out of their people, and how could they do that? How could they create a great tribe, a great environment? That is a coaching question.
So that would be, despite this, because implicit in this text is almost like, well, can we do anything? I think your suggestion is, well, call in a life coach and make sure they're talking to the person who's giving you grief as opposed to you trying to do something.
Well, if you're receiving all of that pressure, then definitely that has to be addressed.
Yeah.
If you have to leave that environment because it's too toxic, that is a conversation. There's things you can and cannot effect in terms of choices.
How long has life coaching been around?
I believe it's about 15 or 16 years old. It's a
Okay.
very new profession. There is an international body called the International Coach Federation. There is a Quebec chapter, which I'm a member of. And I'm proud to say I will be presenting 2 workshops at their annual Congress in October. And so it's a very new profession, but it comes out of positive psychology, which is the idea that people are not inherently sick. They're inherently good.
Yeah, they're inherently good, but they just need
Yeah.
to have that goodness
And
mind.
identifying people as not healthy or somehow damaged, as opposed to what is amazing about them and bringing that out. So,
And how did you get involved in this? I mean, I'm guessing little kids weren't going, when I grow up, I'm going to be a life coach. So
it's a very long conversation, but the short of it is that I am a singer and songwriter and performer and writer, and I had a crisis, and I decided I wanted to give back.
Okay, that's good.
I had to give back. I had to get my ego out of the way and start helping other people.
And how many people, by and large, have you helped?
Dozens and dozens.
Okay, dozens and dozens will do. And we have just enough time to take one call here from Gail. Hello, Gail.
Hi, how
Welcome
are
to
you?
CJAD.
I'll make it fast.
Okay.
I was wondering if you could answer and perhaps give me some clue. When you're working in a small office and there's only one person that is causing psychological harassment and strife for the rest of the employees, and when you do take it to the boss, his response is he doesn't have time for emotions, the bottom line is production and money. What is your option? Do you just forget about it and find another job and when you got it, walk? Or is there any other approach you could perhaps make them see that nobody wants to go to work, they're going only to pay mortgages, but not because they're happy.
They're not happy.
And it used to be a nice
And they're phoning it in.
Well, Gail, I think that you're trying to get your attention of your boss when the person that's actually creating the toxic environment is really actually the issue and how you're actually feeling unheard by the boss. So in terms of work environment, if you can't go to the source, if you've already tried to deal with the source of the problem and the boss is not interested, I would definitely talk about different ways of being able to diffuse or deflect negativity, and also to explore what the other person is trying to do. What are their needs? What are their needs not being met? So I would do.
And we'll have to leave it there. Carrie Katz, life coach. It's been a pleasure talking to you. If you want to find out more about what Carrie does, you can go to co-creative-coaching-corner.com.
You can just put in Carrie Katz Coaching
Montreal,
and I will come up in your Google
one
find.
word, Carrie Katz, Katz Coaching.